head coach Eric Conkle after Tulsa's 79-74 win over Charlotte. Tonight, Tulsa hit 18 threes, tying the school record and setting a new record for the Reynolds Center. Coach?
Thanks, Tom. We knew this was going to be a tough game. Charlotte is big and physical. They use the entire clock. They really stress your defense. Thankfully, we were able to build a lead in the first half to make them have to play with a little bit more tempo because they're a tough team when you fall behind early. Fortunately, we weren't able to keep that lead. Was disappointed with our defensive effort to begin the second half. But thankfully, our guys were able to come together, and that's what we've been talking about in the last several days of just, bringing great energy. We got some guys banged up, like I'm sure most teams, but just finding the reserves, digging down deep, and finding enough good plays to come away with a tough win, and which in our league, winning at home is the most challenging thing now, it looks like, from what Tom tells me. So great win for our guys.
Big night for Miles and his birthday and all those things. Just those back-to-back-to-back threes and at the end right there is kind of just shows what a player he is.
Yeah, he's a special player, and he works at it. Everything he's gotten, he's deserved because he is an everyday guy. The guys did a really good job of finding him. There were some actions some set calls that we did that the guys executed really well. And then just in our base flow. And then there was a couple times that they kept mixing up defenses, 1-3-1, 2-3, and our guys did a really good job of finding them.
And I want to know, kind of what your message was this week. And, after everyone's talking about the 3-game skid and coming back at home to play a Charlotte team who was once at the top with you guys. And, what has been that message this week and now finally getting back in that win column?
Well, there's nothing we can do about changing the past, and we talk about that this is part of our story. This is a chapter in the book, and a book has many chapters, and so this chapter is one of adversity. It's one of some failure, and then we analyze the things that we need to do better as part of the whole. Taking care of the basketball, rebounding, but the fact remains, even with today's game, we've been in 5 straight games where it's one possession with 2 minutes to go, and we've got to be able to execute. And that's where we want the next chapters to talk about, of how we improved, how we learned, and how we were able to finish these games.
So what's your theory on what's going on with David Green the last 3 games? He's shooting 25%, struggling for free. You think maybe that you've gone through most of the league now and they've kind of figured out ways to attack him?
He's fighting some ailments right now, and we've limited his practice time. He's emptying his tank for us, and you can tell he doesn't have quite the pop that he had 2 weeks ago, but his presence on our team, and he doesn't want to miss. And it's not a thing that if he plays that it's going to jeopardize him anymore, but obviously we want him to get back to shooting 70% from the field. That's hard to do, though, and you still look at his body of work, average-wise, numbers-wise, but his presence today still helped us. And, of course, he's going to labor over shooting and everything like that because he's a disciplined, determined guy, but I'm not worried about David Green.
So you have some time off coming up after San Antonio, and is it the kind of element maybe where if you could think about maybe sitting him and giving him a real extended recovery?
I don't think it's quite like that. We're going to keep working on it, but he's experienced guy. He knows his body. He knows what he can handle. This is a time of year that we're shortening practices. We're doing different things. We've got an off day tomorrow. Sunday we had an off day. We got to gear up for San Antonio, and then over the next couple weeks, we've actually got a little bit more time than we've had. We've had a grind of a month with lots of travel, crazy travel, bunch of games, 3 games in 7 days, all those types of things. So tomorrow's a big day for recovery and treatment for our guys.
When you looked at the schedule months ago, did you look at February and think that could be really tough for us because of the way the schedule was constructed for you? point, you got a lot of miles on your legs and your minds and everything else.
So I don't really look that far in advance other than working with Josh Wolf and our travel and how we're going to manage everything with Luke. I really look one game, 1 week at a time and try to manage the week the best we can, and always with a 7-day slide of just like, hey, what's coming up? What do we need to get ready for? And then working with our coaches from a schematic standpoint. But I looked at the league and think the whole thing's going to be tough. I mean, it's a tough league, and it's proven to be true. Just the record, somebody needs to look this stat up. I can't imagine a league that's had this type of road record. I just have never heard of it before.
Talk about Dean hitting 3 big threes for you, sort of help keep the ship afloat during a stretch where your offense was otherwise struggling in the second half.
Yeah, we were having a hard time, and we were really having a hard time getting in the interior. And they're so big, and they kept changing up defenses and packing the paint. And told guys like, hey, if we take 50 good threes tonight, I'll be good with it, you know. But they got to be good ones, and we got a lot of good ones. But Ramad, his energy and the confidence that he has, he really stepped up for us tonight, making those 3.
So did Tom already share the scores tonight?
Yeah, he shared with me that we're the only home team that won.
Road teams are now 48 and 38 in the American Conference this year.
Really? Through tonight?
Yeah, after tonight's games, 48 and 38 is the record of road teams in conference games.
Wow. So so it feels like you're burning a lot of your shot clock on trying to figure out what to do when they give you those zone defenses, give you pressure up really high, you know? So what can you do to be more efficient against pressure up 30 feet, 25 feet away from the basket?
I think when they went 1-3-1, the goal is to get it to the corner as soon as you can. And again, their X's are pretty big as you draw defenses. Like, they're a big team, one of the bigger ones in our league, and it creates some pause. You don't want to have a live ball turnover, but we still have to have enough confidence to get that ball to the corner. We were able to go cross court. We found Miles Barnstable for a dunk in the first half. We didn't turn the ball over against the 1-3-1. But it did cause just a little bit of pause and the shot clock draining down. And, you know, even in the end, Tylen Riley hits the big 3. And, I really had a moment where I thought, do I need to burn this timeout? Do I need to burn this timeout? I felt I was going to need that timeout. And I just had a feeling that Tylen was going to make a play, whether it was get to the basket or just make a play. And thankfully he did. But I thought we played pretty efficiently. We were well over 1 point per possession, just a lower possession game. Of course, we'd like to be in the 80s, but we'll take a 79 if that means we're 5 points better.
Would it be accurate to say that it seems like last few games, a lot of time they're letting them play a lot more, and sometimes when you've gotten to the line, like you're not getting calls, and I know it's kind of both ways there. But would you say that's accurate there?
Statistically, very accurate. We're not getting to the free throw line nearly as much as I would like in the last, I'd say, 4 games. And we're trying to find ways to play with more force. Again, the defense has something to do with it too. They're trying to prevent it. But we're going to attack the defense. We don't want to fight it. Fight it means you're trying to do things that aren't there. But, of course, we want to get to the free throw line. We want to attack the basket. But the way that Charlotte's game plan was very much not to do that. Like, they put their biggest bodies all around the basket, and we were going to have to make shots tonight, and thankfully we did.
And can you comment at all about Miles Rigsby left, and is there anything you can say?
Yeah, he's going to be further evaluated just to figure out the severity, but we knew that he wasn't going to be able to return tonight.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Day 2 on Sunday's Legends Day for us, and I've been told we've already got a record number of guys signed up, the most that I've been told that we've ever had, and we worked really hard the last few months and really for the last 4 years to connect with our great former players. So Sunday's going to be a special day to have a lot of great TU men's basketball alumni in the building. So be looking forward to that.
I can.
All of the
I've got a list right now. It's about 40 people coming, or at least 40.
Of guys that are walking up that haven't signed up. Like I was texting with Mike Anderson coming. I said, Mike, please, Coach, please sign this up. Like we've worked at it to get as many guys possible.
I'm sure
so it's gonna
two
be a
and
good day.
JR haven't done it.
They are on the.
These are
They are on the list.
Okay. I was like, I'm sure they're like, well, I'm already gonna be there.
I
Yeah,
wonder
so-
if any conference has ever finished getting to the finish line of a conference schedule with the road teams even being above 500 by one game, much less the 10. That's
The industry standard.
Birthday, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block, and 6 of 13 from free. Open for questions.
shoot 21st.
22nd.
Where does this rank among birthdays you've had?
It's pretty high up there. I haven't had a game on my birthday in a little bit. I think it's all been on the 17th last few years, so this is pretty nice.
This week, obviously, I'm sure it was talked about in practice, just trying to get back to that 1-0. What is that like now to finally be there and be back on track?
It's good. I mean, it feels really good to be back in the win column, especially after the losses we've had, and they were all close games too, so it even hurts that much more. And I mean, it was good for us to be able to pull out a close game here tonight.
Is there a certain point through warm-ups or when you walk in the gym when you just know you're going to have a good night shooting?
No, I mean, I just stay as consistent as I possibly can be. I mean, that's kind of how basketball goes. There's highs and lows, but I mean, yeah, just staying consistent with my work and being confident in what I do.
You were pretty active on the offensive boards. Was that an emphasis in practice this week?
Yeah, definitely, especially with the last few games. I mean, and me especially with my crash rate. I mean, I really needed to get that up, and I really needed to help the team out in that way, especially with how athletic I am, being able to get in there.
You know how hard it is to win at home now in this conference?
Yeah, every game's hard in this conference. I mean, it's tough.
With just 4 games remaining, like this team still hasn't even hit their ceiling, I feel like, just offensively. But I think Tom said, what was the 3-point stats tonight?
We tied the school record for threes in a game and broke the Reynolds Center record for threes in a game.
Yeah, just the fact that you have shooters out there, that's got to be something to look forward to towards the end of February into March.
Yeah, 100%. That's something that can really get us hot as we kind of get into tournament time, and we're super excited about it. Everybody on the team's super confident in each other, and we really trust each other to be able to knock those shots down. So it's really nice to have guys who can really knock them down.
You were on the floor for like 90 minutes before tip, but anyway, a couple hours before tip off, and because obviously really early, and you put up a ton of shots and you converted on it. These were catch and shoot threes, right? Is that an every game routine for you to get that many shots up?
Yeah, especially home games where we kind of have more access to the court. That's kind of something that we do for each one of our guys, and that's just something to kind of keep me in rhythm throughout the day.
But the little bit I watched, more than just a little bit, that you were hitting at a remarkable rate, and I just wondered if you went back inside thinking, yeah, this is going to be a good day.
No, I mean, not to be like about myself, but like that's like kind of how it is. It's not really any defense out there, not anybody, kind of no pressure of the game. But I mean, if I'm shooting good out there before the game or not, it really doesn't matter to me. I kind of just stay consistent, just stay high on myself, positive.
Did you want that dunk again?
I really did, yeah. I was really excited about it, but I mean, it's probably best that I didn't. Yeah.
So how difficult is it when you have like an 18-point lead in the first half, and then things seem like the other team just goes from not hitting much to just seem like they're hitting everything, and it seems like it might be slipping away a little bit. How hard is it to regain what you had and push through and prevail in the game?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tough with how streaky we were this game, and I think we just kind of got comfortable at certain points, and it was something we really talked about at halftime, kind of getting back. And especially late in the game, we were really harping on us with our effort and what we really needed to do to kind of lock down defensively and rebound as well as we could. appreciate you guys.